पहचान मेरी ये मेरे दिल दी धड़कन ते ओ शान मेरी ये दिलदार लगदा ए शाहकार लगदा ए ओ दिल नू लुट के ले गया ते फनकार लगदा ए ओ जदों भी सामने आंदा ए बस हसदा रहिंदा ए ओ हसदा हसदा मेरे दिल विच वसदा रहिंदा ए ओ हसदा हसदा मेरे दिल विच वसदा रहिंदा ए मैं प्यार करनिया तकरार करनिया मैं प्यार करनिया तकरार करनिया दिल खुश होंदा है होंदा तकरार करनिया इकरार नहीं होना एक बार नहीं होना हुण उसनू तकिया बिन कोई कमकार नहीं होना मैं दिल दे शीशे विच उसदी तस्वीर सजाई नहीं ओदे वर्गा वेखिया वेखी कुल खुदाई नहीं ओदे वर्गा वेखिया वेखी कुल खुदाई भरपूर जवानी दुनिया दीवानी मैं ला छड़ी उस दे नाम सारी जिंदगानी मुँह जोर लगदा है शाह जोर लगदा है मुँह जोर लगदा है शाह जोर लगदा है मेरे दिल नू चोरी कर गया है ओ चोर लगदा है मैं तेरी नजर अपने दिल ते सह भी नहीं सकी ओ दिल नू लुट के ले गया है कुछ कह नहीं सकी मजबूर लगदा है या मगरूर लगदा है ओ सोने रूप दे नशियां विच भरपूर लगदा है मजबूर ना होवे ओ दूर ना होवे ओ जिंदगी दे दुखां तो दूर ना होवे मैं रोज दुआवां करनिया ओ शाद रवे शाला जिंदगी दे सारे दुखां तो आजाद रवे शाला जिंदगी दे सारे दुखां तो आजाद रवे शाला
Panjab Radio 558 AM
जेड़े दिन दा तू मुख परताया वे झूठिया जहान दिया जेड़े दिन दा तू मुख परताया वे झूठिया जहान दिया परताया वे झूठिया जहान दिया जेड़े दिन दा तू मुख परताया वे झूठिया जहान दिया मिल गए ने दुख सानू तेरिया निशानियां साडी ये दुआ शाला माने तू जवानियां मिल गए ने दुख सानू तेरिया निशानियां साडी ये दुआ शाला माने तू जवानियां पल पल तू तड़पाया वे झूठिया जहान दिया जेड़े दिन दा तू मुख परताया वे झूठिया जहान दिया जेड़े दिन दा तू मुख परताया वे झूठिया जहान दिया प्यार वाले कॉल ते करार तेनू भुल गए हुण निक्के हुंदियां दे प्यार तेनू भुल गए प्यार वाले कॉल ते करार तेनू भुल गए झूठिया जहान दिया जेड़े दिन दा तू मुख परताया वे झूठिया जहान दिया तेरे बाजू किसी नाल हंस के नहीं बोलिया किसी लिए दिल वाला बुआ नहीं खोलिया तेरे बाजू किसी नाल हंस के नहीं बोलिया किसी लिए दिल वाला बुआ नहीं खोलिया हंसी करके कौन निभाया मैं झूठे जहान दिया जेड़े दिन दा तू मुख परताया वे झूठे जहान दिया जेड़े दिन दा तू मुख परताया वे झूठे जहान दिया तेरे वालों प्यार विच मिलिया सजावां ने असां तैनूं पल पल दित्तियां दुआवां ने तेरे वालों प्यार विच मिलिया सजावां ने असां तैनूं पल पल दित्तियां दुआवां ने कोई सुख नहीं तैथों पाया वे झूठिया जहान दिया जेड़े दिन दा तू मुख परताया वे झूठिया जहान दिया जेड़े दिन दा तू मुख परताया वे झूठिया जहान दिया समझ नहीं आउंदी किवें प्यार कर बैठे सां तेरे उत्ते असीं एतबार कर बैठे सां समझ नहीं आउंदी किवें प्यार कर बैठे सां तेरे उत्ते असीं एतबार कर बैठे सां असीं अपना आप रुलाया वे झूठिया जहान दिया जेड़े दिन दा तू मुख परताया वे झूठिया जहान दिया जेड़े दिन दा तू मुख परताया वे झूठिया जहान दिया जेड़े दिन दा तू मुख परताया वे झूठिया जहान दिया जेड़े दिन दा तू मुख परताया वे झूठिया जहान दिया
News, views, and great Punjabi music. This is Panjab Radio.
तेरे ते दिल आया सुन यारा के हाँ वे तेरे ते दिल आया सुन यारा के हाँ वे ना ना करी दिल टूट जाओ यारा ना ना करी तेरे ते दिल आया सुन यारा के हाँ वे तेरे ते दिल आया सुन यारा के हाँ वे ए सारी दुनिया छड़ के तेरे उत्ते आया दिल ए सारी दुनिया छड़ के तेरे उत्ते आया दिल मैं रब दा शुक्र मनावां जे जावे मैनू मिल मैं रब दा शुक्र मनावां जे जावे मैनू मिल तू लगना बहुत प्यारा सुन यारा के हाँ वे तू लगना बहुत प्यारा सुन यारा के हाँ वे ना ना करी दिल टूट जाओ यारा तेरे ते दिल आया सुन यारा के हाँ वे तेरे ते दिल आया सुन यारा के हाँ वे मैं तेनू किन्ना चाहनी आए तेनू नहीं अंदाजा मैं तेनू किन्ना चाहनी आए तेनू नहीं अंदाजा मैं अज भी खोल के बैठी हाँ दिल दा ए दरवाजा मैं अज दा तारा सुन यारा के हाँ वे तू मेरी अख दा तारा सुन यारा के हाँ वे ना ना करी दिल टूट जाओ यारा तेरे ते दिल आया सुन यारा के हाँ वे तेरे ते दिल आया सुन यारा के हाँ वे तेरे दर ते आया आशिक खाली ना एनू मोड़ी तेरे दर ते आया आशिक खाली ना एनू मोड़ी ए जिउंदी जाने मर जाओ ना दिले दा तू तोड़ी ए जिउंदी जाने मर जाओ ना दिले दा तू तोड़ी ए फिरदा मारा मारा सुन यारा के हाँ वे ए फिरदा मारा मारा सुन यारा के हाँ वे ना ना करी दिल टूट जाओ यारा ना ना करी दिल टूट जाओ यारा तेरे ते दिल आया सुन यारा के हाँ वे तेरे ते दिल आया सुन यारा के हाँ वे तेरे ते दिल आया सुन यारा के हाँ वे तेरे ते दिल आया सुन यारा के
Want to get more out of your favorite radio station? Like our Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Search for Panjab Radio. Panjab Radio, UK's biggest Punjabi radio station.
Of course, you're tuned into Panjab Radio listening to Drive Time Show with me, Aman. And so that track that you just heard, Confessions by Kamii from his brand new album. And we do have him with us via studio lines. So let's go to him and find out a little bit more about this track and about the rest of the album. Hello, Kamii.
Hello, Aman. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, just fine. Just relaxing today. It's a Sunday, so there's not really much going on today. By
Yeah.
yourself?
I'm just, here talking to you. So, we've heard lots of different tracks. We've heard John, we've heard Confessions, which I know that was some of your favorite tunes. And we're going to talk a little bit about the album as well. But before that, we're going to talk a little bit about you.
Okay.
So, first thing I want to know, where does the name Kamii actually come from?
And that's an interesting question as well, to be honest with you. I don't know, I just randomly come up across that name. I believe it was a cartoon character, I don't know from what series or anything, and I decided to just adapt that name. It's quite catchy, something unique, and kind of represents my music as well. It's something striking and it's something unique, so hence that's why I decided to use that name.
Okay, and talking about music, so where did this kind of all begin for you when it comes into, in terms of music? Who were your inspirations and how did you get into it?
Basically, myself, as a young age, I've always been listening to music. This can vary from Indian music to Pakistani music, so I'm familiar with both music from both sides. This can range from Qawwali, folk music, film music, ghazals, etc. Quite crazy when it comes to music. Inspirations, I would say, in terms of, because I'm a music producer myself, I've always been fond, and one of the best music producers of all time, I would say, has been, for myself, Bali Sagoo.
So,
Because I remember growing up listening to Bali Sagoo, and his music was way ahead of its time, you could say.
yeah. So talking about, as a producer, how do you normally approach, a song? What do you look at first? Do you just go straight in, heads on, and then just know what you want to do, or is there kind of a process that goes within it?
Well, first you have to make the artist, make them feel that they're secure in what they're exactly doing, which is a hard task in themselves, especially if they're high-profile artists. You have to be able to take criticism, first of all, and you have to keep on doing them minta, as they say. And from there, once everything's agreed, you just have to you have to study the artist as well who you have in mind to see what their vocal qualities are like. And also, to produce a good song, the lyrics are very, very important as well. Which type of lyrics suit which kind of singer. As you can see from the album which I've done, the lyrics which I've got penned from various songwriters, some are from India, some are from Pakistan. There's no, how can I say, there's no type of, vulgar kind of lyrics that you can't sit down and listen to with your family and stuff. Because I stay away from that kind of thing. I wouldn't make stuff that I know that I couldn't sit down with my family and listen to. And I think that's a quite important factor to bear in mind as well.
Mm-hmm. So we are going to talk a little bit more about the album in a little while, but before that we're just going to take a little break. Okay, so that is Kamikaze. We're going to talk about the brand new album as well, but we're just going to take a tiny little break, so do join us on the other side. Hey, Kamikaze.
Hello.
Okay, so we're back, and we've just heard Boliyan. Definitely a different vibe with that one.
Yeah, it's something different. It's not like your traditional Boliyan, the whole layout of it, the whole structure of the song. Even the way the Boli is done as well. The music that goes aside by it as well. It's just something totally different, which a lot of people have appreciated it as well.
Yeah, so talking about the album, why did you decide to do an album in the first place?
Like I've stated, I've always had an interest in music.
Mm-hmm.
During my college years, whilst I was in college, I was getting to know how to use, sound recording equipment, how to get mastering. This included mastering, vocal recording, and, the basic stuff. As time went on, then I've started progressing more into making more simpler forms of music for local artists, these rap artists and stuff that were local. From there, I teamed up, collaborated with a lot of people. But this time I thought, if I know what I'm doing, then it's best if I try to do a solo project. And hence that's why I've done this album, because I thought I know what I'm doing. It's time to push out to the public to see, if they will appreciate what my efforts are.
Yeah. So what was it like working with Humaira Janna in this album?
I would say, first of all, I was quite nervous because she's quite a big celebrity back in Pakistan. She's been featured in lots of films. She's sung for over 30 years. She's recently been Coke Studio as well. So I was quite feeling the pressure as well because I had to make sure everything is perfect, you could say, in other words, in terms of the beat, in terms of the music, the composition of the music, and also the lyrics as well. I had to make sure that the lyrics were quite something that people can relate to, something that the artist felt was done, that they could relate to while singing as well. So it's a lot of factors you have to bear in mind, that I had to bear in mind in the time, and hence that's why the pressure build-up was quite large at that time as well. But as I started to work with her, I felt quite at ease as well, and we had good communication as well. We both understood what this project was about. So yeah.
So what are your favourite songs from the album?
That's quite a hard question to ask, especially the person who's made it as well, because it can be quite biased. If the person turns around and says they like all 8 songs, it can be quite biased. But I would say, for myself, it is hard to answer that question. That's simply because each song in this album has its own, feel to it. There's a Sufi-based song, which is Rab Sain. You've got your Punjabi folk song, which is Boliyan here. You've got your Geet type of song, which is Akeli. You've got your Ghazal type of songs as well, and you've got your, your normal kind of song as well. So it depends really. You can't, because each song has its own kind of feel to it. But for myself, that is quite a hard question to ask, or to answer, I should say.
Do you have one, which one do you think you had the most fun working on?
I had the most fun working with, and this might sound a bit odd, it's Confessions. the reason for this is because if you listen to the structure of the song, it was quite hard. You know, the singer, actually, Humera Jana herself, in the end, she was able to sing it, but she was feeling it quite hard as well. But she goes, it's a challenge for me. It's a unique challenge for me as well. This kind of tune, and it's quite unique in itself. So for myself, I think that was quite a challenge. That's why it was quite memorable for myself as well, if that makes sense. Even for producing the music as well, you did this song alone, the Confessions song, the one I'm talking about. I did spend about 3.5 months just on that song, just getting it up to the scale.
Mm-hmm. Now, the album has released. What has been the response? Like, what has everyone said? Like, is there a favorite that everybody's kind of like leaning towards?
I've had mixed reviews, all positive. I haven't had no forms of negative. I've had loads of social media messages through Instagram, through Facebook as well, people all over the world. In India, they seem to love the Wonder song. That seems to be quite popular, and that's quite popular here as well. I've just had mixed reviews, basically. Mixed reviews in the sense different territories are enjoying different songs, I could say. As for here in the UK, a lot of people have liked the John song and also the Confessions as well.
Uh-huh.
So it is, you could say, a mixed set of reviews. Also, just for the listeners as well, 4 of these songs, which include John, Confessions, Sadness. There's a song called Sadness as well, which is a sad song. These will have the music videos done, and I'm planning to release these within the end of this month. So do keep a lookout. They will be up online to see as well.
Of course. And who, in terms of people that you want to work with in future, do you have any specific names that, someone who you definitely
I have
want
a whole list of specific names.
Mm-hmm.
However, if they were to actually happen, it will be like a dream come true for myself. The first on top of the list has to be Gurdas.
Okay.
After that, I would say Golden Star Malkeet Singh. And after that, I would want to work with someone who's quite popular in this day and age as well. And, she has got a very good voice on it. Gulrez Akhtar.
Yes, of course. She's definitely one of those people. She's on everybody's list lately.
Hot property these days.
Yeah, for sure.
She's got the unique style and the very rustic folk kind of vocals, which, everyone is after that, you could say. So you see what the future brings.
And what have you got after the album? What are going to be your new releases?
So in what aspect, sorry?
Sorry?
In what aspect, sorry?
As in, what other new releases do you have in terms of, music that's going to be coming out after the album and after the videos have dropped and stuff?
I've got some produced stuff, which is already produced. Don't really want to reveal any names as of yet, because I've been, I'm still waiting for the actual videos to be shot for these. One is from a folk singer from Pakistan. He's got good vocals. He's a good singer as well, quite popular in the Panjab region. 2 of his songs are finished. I've just finished producing them, which I will be releasing these around, you could say, December, January time. I'm also just finished talks with a very famous playback singer from Pakistan as well, which I've just spoken to her, just discussed what my project does with her. It will be a single, and I know and I have a very strong feeling that my listeners will really enjoy these forthcoming projects for myself.
And we just want to say thank you so much for joining us today.
No problem at all. Thank you for giving me the opportunity, and thank you again, Aman.
And best wishes for all of your upcoming tracks.
Thank you.
Okay. And that was Kaze. So do go and check out the brand new album. It is definitely a different vibe, and go show him some love. And we're going to go back towards another tune. So Wonder is one of the favorites that has come out of this album. So it's Kamikaze coming your way next with Wonder.
रखा सीने नाल लाके मैं सोगाता तेरियां सीने नाल लाके मैं सोगा